By this point, I believe most people have heard of the groundbreaking book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But what truly makes it special? I'm your host, Arthur, and I enjoy uncovering the most valuable insights from books and sharing them with all of you. Our journey through this book will be a deep dive into the world of finance, an opportunity to understand how the rich become wealthy while many struggle financially. I'll present the key lessons in a clear and practical manner, empowering you to transform your financial mindset. So sit back, sharpen your ears, and get ready to absorb the wisdom of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is Teaching Tales. Lesson number 1. The rich don't work for money. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki shares his experience growing up with two father figures, his biological dad, who was highly educated and worked as a government employee, and his friend's dad, who was an entrepreneur and investor. The latter became Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor and taught him the important lesson that the rich don't work for money. Kiyosaki's rich dad explained that working for money is a limiting mindset because it means you'll always be trading time for money. Instead, he encouraged Kiyosaki to focus on building assets that generate passive income. This way, your money works for you and you can enjoy financial freedom. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of owning rental property. Imagine you buy a rental property for $100,000 and rent it out for $1,000 per month. After accounting for expenses like mortgage payments and maintenance costs, you have $500 left over as cash flow. This is passive income because you're not actively working for that money. If you owned 10 rental properties like this, you'd have $5,000 in monthly passive income. Okay, folks, so the key takeaway here is to create assets that generate cash on autopilot. Let your money do the heavy lifting while you sip Mai Tais and plan your next adventure. Lesson number 2. Focus on assets, not liabilities. Kiyosaki also talks about the importance of focusing on assets. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he defines assets as things that put money in your pocket and liabilities as things that take money out of your pocket. Kiyosaki's poor dad mindset was to focus on buying liabilities that society looks at as symbols of success, like a fancy car or a big house. But his rich dad mentor taught him to focus on buying assets like rental properties or stocks that would appreciate in value and generate passive income. Let's use the analogy of a car to illustrate this lesson. Imagine you buy a luxury car for $50,000. This car is a liability because it takes money out of your pocket in the form of car payments, insurance, and maintenance costs. It most likely won't appreciate in value and it doesn't generate income. On the other hand, imagine you buy a used car for $10,000 and use the remaining $40,000 to invest in a rental property. This rental property is an asset because it generates passive income and appreciates in value over time. The rental income can cover your car payments, insurance, and maintenance costs, so you're not taking money out of your pocket. Lesson learned. Be a magnet for assets. These are the goodies that appreciate in value, much like a fine wine or your grandma's secret cookie recipe. In short, aim to own things that pay for your holidays, not those that make you consider selling a kidney. Lesson number 3. Financial education is key. Kiyosaki also emphasizes the importance of financial education in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He argues that traditional education doesn't teach people the financial skills necessary to build wealth, and that self-education is very important. The Rich Dad mentor taught him to constantly seek out new opportunities to learn about finance and investing. He encouraged Kiyosaki to read books, attend seminars, and network with successful investors. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of learning about real estate investing. Imagine you're interested in investing in rental properties, but you don't know anything about the market, or how to analyze a property's potential for generating passive income. Without financial education, you might make costly mistakes that could hurt your finances. However, if you take the time to educate yourself on the real estate market, you'll be better equipped to make informed decisions. You can learn about property management, financing options, and strategies for increasing rental income. This knowledge can help you identify opportunities and make smart investments that will generate passive income over time. Listen up, folks. Financial education is your secret weapon, transforming you from money amateur to Bruce Wayne of finance. So, grab those books, attend those seminars, and network like a boss. Lesson number 4. The importance of taxes and corporations. In Kiyosaki's book, He highlights the importance of understanding taxes and how to use corporations to your advantage. He argues that the rich understand how to use the tax code to their benefit, while the middle class and poor pay more than they need to. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to use corporations to protect his assets and minimize his tax liability. By forming a corporation, you can take advantage of tax deductions, defer taxes on income, and protect your personal assets from business liabilities. To illustrate this lesson, let's imagine you have a small business that generates a yearly profit of $100,000. If you operate the business as a sole proprietor or self-employed individual, you may be subject to certain taxes on that income. However, by exploring different business structures and tax strategies available in your country, you can potentially optimize your tax liabilities and retain more of your hard-earned profits. So, the key takeaway from this lesson is to understand how taxes work and how to use corporations to protect your assets and minimize your tax liability. Lesson number 5. The rich invent money. Kiyosaki argues that the rich are able to invent money while the middle class and poor are limited by the amount of money they can earn through their jobs. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to think creatively and look for opportunities to add value and generate income. He encouraged Kiyosaki to start his own businesses, invest in real estate, and look for ways to create new income streams. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of a musician. Imagine you're a musician who earns money by performing gigs and selling CDs. However, you realize that there's a growing demand for music licensing in movies, TV shows, and commercials. By learning how to license your music, you can generate passive income and expand your revenue streams. All right, amigos? The wisdom from this lesson is to think creatively and look for opportunities to add value and generate new income streams. Lesson number 6. Work to learn, not for money. Our author also brings up the importance of learning new things at work. Add skills, not just money. In the book, he argues that traditional education teaches people to work for money, rather than to focus on learning new skills and knowledge. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to focus on developing new skills and knowledge that would help him create value and generate income. He encouraged Kiyosaki to seek out new experiences, take risks, and learn from his failures. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of a recent college graduate. Imagine you just graduated from college with a degree in marketing. You have 2 job offers, one with a big corporation that pays well but has limited opportunities for growth, and one with a small startup that pays less but offers more opportunities to learn and grow. By choosing the second option, you can learn new skills, take on more responsibility, and build your network, which can lead to new opportunities down the road. So, the key takeaway from this lesson is to treat your job like an all-you-can-learn buffet, not a cash vending machine, even if it means taking risks and earning less money in the short term. By prioritizing learning and growth, you'll be better equipped to create value and generate income in the long run. Lesson number 7. Overcoming obstacles. The next thing that I picked up from the book was the importance of overcoming obstacles to achieve success. Kiyosaki argues that the rich are able to overcome obstacles because they have a strong sense of purpose and a willingness to take risks. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to embrace failure as a learning opportunity and to never give up on his dreams. He encouraged Kiyosaki to take calculated risks and to persevere through difficult times. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of an entrepreneur. Imagine you've just started a new business and you're facing challenges like competition, lack of funding, and regulatory hurdles. By focusing on your purpose and vision for the business and by being willing to take calculated risks and make strategic adjustments when necessary, you can overcome these obstacles and achieve success. So, remember, your purpose is your North Star, your failures are just bloopers in your success movie, and your dreams, they're your VIP tickets to the grand show of success. So, when life serves you lemons, juggle them, make a lemonade stand, or start a citrus circus. Keep in mind, it's not about sidestepping the challenges, it's about navigating through them with a smile of confidence. Never give up on your dreams. Lesson number 8. The power of giving back. The importance of giving back to others is a key component of success. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Kiyosaki argues that the rich are able to give back because they have created value for others and have a sense of abundance. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to give back by sharing his knowledge and resources with others. He encouraged Kiyosaki to mentor others, volunteer his time and resources, and to create opportunities for others to succeed. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of a successful business owner. Imagine you've built a successful business that generates significant profits. By using some of those profits to invest in your community, mentor aspiring entrepreneurs, and support charitable causes, you can create a positive impact and contribute to the well-being of others. Giving back is like planting seeds. You never know what kind of amazing trees will grow from them. It's the ultimate act of kindness, a way to spread love and good vibes and make the world a better place. So, put on your gardening gloves of compassion and start planting those seeds of giving back. You'll be surprised by how much fruit they'll bear in the future. Lesson number 9, living below your means. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of living below your means as a key to financial success. He argues that the rich are able to accumulate wealth because they live below their means and prioritize saving and investing. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of a young professional. Imagine you've just landed your first job out of college and are excited about your new salary. However, instead of immediately upgrading your lifestyle, you choose to live below your means by renting a modest apartment, driving a pre-loved car, and avoiding unnecessary expenses. By prioritizing savings and investing early on, you can set yourself up for long-term financial success. So, even if you get a successful start, don't upgrade your life standards just yet. Put your excess in the growing pot by investing, and focus on your future financial goals. Lesson number 10. Taking action. The importance of taking action as a key to success. Kiyosaki argues that many people fail to achieve their goals because they are too afraid to take action or are paralyzed by analysis paralysis. Kiyosaki's rich dad mentor taught him to take action by being bold, taking calculated risks, and learning from failures. He encouraged Kiyosaki to be proactive and to seize opportunities when they arose. To illustrate this lesson, let's use the example of a fresh entrepreneur. Imagine you have a great idea for a new product or service, but you're afraid to take the necessary steps to turn your idea into a reality. By taking action, doing your research, and creating a solid plan, you can overcome your fears and turn your idea into a successful business. Take one step forward every day, and you will soon see your idea become something real. So, the key takeaway from this lesson is to take action, be proactive, and seize opportunities when they arise. In this book, Kiyosaki teaches us that taking action is the final key to success. By combining this lesson with the previous 9, we can create a solid foundation for financial success. Now let's summarize the 10 lessons. Number 1. The rich don't work for money, instead they make their money work for them. Invest your money in assets that generate income rather than in expenses that drain your finances. 2. Education is important, but financial education is critical. Learn the difference between assets and liabilities, and understand how to use debt to your advantage. 3. Mind your own business. Don't rely solely on a job to provide financial security. Start your own business or invest in someone else's to create additional streams of income. 4. The rich think big. Don't limit yourself to small thinking or fear of failure. Have a big vision and take calculated risks to achieve it. 5. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Identify what you're good at and what you enjoy doing, and then find ways to monetize those skills. Number 6. Work to learn, not for money. Focus on gaining knowledge and experience in areas that interest you and can lead to financial opportunities. 7. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Seek out mentors and colleagues who can support and challenge you to achieve your financial goals. 8. Embrace change. Stay adaptable and willing to learn new things to keep up with changing economic and technological landscapes. 9. Give back to others. Use your financial success to help others in need and make a positive impact in the world. And number 10. Take action. Don't be afraid to take calculated risks, be proactive, and seize opportunities when they arise. These are the 10 lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad that can help you achieve financial success. Remember, financial success isn't just about having money. It's about creating a life of freedom and security that allows you to pursue your passions and help others in need. Thank you for tuning in to Teaching Tales. We appreciate your support and invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications for future episodes where we dive into captivating topics. As always, we want to give a big shout out to the author whose book is linked below in the description. By using that link, you not only get to explore more of their insightful work, but you also help support this channel. See you in the next adventure.